Okay, thanks for checking the video. Remember, this is the scenic route. There's also the PDF there if you want the shortcut version. I'm just going to work through all these questions so that you guys are prepared for tomorrow's quiz. So let's go ahead and get started. These first two are asking us to add the polynomials. So this is where we are just combining like terms, right? So you know that you have to have a variable and exponent the same in order to combine. Here, I'll zoom in a little bit. All right, so for question 1, I have x squared and 5x squared, so that's going to give me 6x squared. I don't have another x to go along with that, so I'm just going to have my plus x, and then negative 6 and negative 3 is going to give me negative 9. That's my answer. Over here, I have 3x squared and x squared, so that gives me a total of 4x squareds. Then I have 15x and negative 15x, so those cancel each other out, so those are gone. And then I have positive 13 and positive 3. So there we go. There's our adding polynomials. All right, subtracting. Remember, we have that secret negative 1 here. So let's go ahead and distribute those. So I'm going to have 3x squared minus 7 plus 3 plus negative 5x minus 3 plus 12x squared. Because negative 1, or excuse me, plus 4x squared. So now when I combine these, 3x squared and 4x squared gives me 7x squared. This should be negative 7x. Negative 7x and negative 5x gives me negative 12x. And positive 3 and negative 3 cancels them out. So this would be my answer. Number 4, I'm going to distribute that negative 1 again. So I'm going to have 2x squared plus x minus 3 plus negative 5x squared plus 7. So 2x squared combined with negative 5x squared gives me negative 3x squared. I don't have another just x, so I'm just going to bring that plus x. Negative 3 plus 7 gives me positive 4. So here is my final answer there. So that's adding and subtracting. Right? Now we multiply. Now we use the FOIL, right? So FOIL. So this one, I'm going to write x plus 3 times x plus 3. I'm going to do first, outer, inner, last. So my first is x times x, which gives me x squared. My outer is x times 3, which gives me 3x. My inner is 3 times x, so that gives me 3x. And my last is 3 times 3, so that gives me 9. So my final answer is going to be x squared plus 6x plus 9 when I combine all of those. All right, let's do number 6, first, outer, inner, last. Remember, I'm talking about the first terms, the outer terms, the inner terms, the last. Right? This is just an organization method. So 8x squared times 3x is going to give me 24x to the third. Outer 8x squared times 9 is going to give me 72x squared. Inner, negative 1 times 3x is going to give me negative 3x. And last, negative 1 times negative 9 is going to give me positive 9. So my final answer is going to be 24x to the third plus 72x squared minus 3x plus 9. And that's a lot, right? Oops, there you go. There's the rest of the problem. Okay, number 7, we're going to do FOIL again. First, outer, inner, last, because I have a binomial times a binomial. 7x times 7x is going to give me 49x squared. 7x times negative 3y is going to give me negative 21xy. 3y times 7x is going to give me 21xy. And then 3y times negative 3y is going to give me negative 9y squared. So when I combine these these two actually cancel each other out, right? Because it's negative 21 and positive 21. So those are gone. So I'm left with 49x squared minus 9y squared. All right, in this last one, we cannot use FOIL because we have a binomial times a trinomial. So this is when our arrows get really fun. I'm going to do the x times all of these. So I'm going to get x times 2x squared, and I'm going to get 2x cubed. X times negative 3x is going to give me negative 3x squared. And then I've got x times 2, which is going to give me 2x. And I'm going to do all of these underneath so my arrows don't get too cluttered in the front. So I've got 2 times 2x squared, which gives me 4x squared. Then I've got 2 times negative 3x, so that gives me negative 6x. Then I've got 2 times 2, which gives me 4. So when I combine all of this awesomeness, I'm going to get 2x to the third, because I only have one of those terms. Negative 3x squared and positive 4x squared gives me a positive 1x squared. Negative 3x minus 2x minus 6x gives me negative 4x. And then I just have my lonely little 4 here hanging out. So lots happening there. All right, let's move on to the back. We've got a volume of, oh, hold on, there's someone at the door. Close the door on the ledge when you go. Thank you. Okay, so we've got volume here of a rectangular prism. We know it's length times width times height, right? We've got all the stuff we need. Landon claims that this is the volume, 3x cubed plus 6x squared plus 72x. So our job is to find the volume and either confirm or deny if he's correct. So what I'm going to do here first is I'm going to multiply, well, you could do any order. You could do x plus 6 times x plus 4 by foiling, or x minus 4 by foiling, and then do 3x times that quantity. Or you could do 3x times this. There's no wrong order to solve this, as long as you make sure that you've multiplied this times this and then taken that answer times the third part. So I'm going to do x plus 6 times x minus 4 first. I'm going to use my FOIL. So x times x gives me x squared. X times negative 4 equals negative 4x. 6 times x gives me 6x. And 6 times negative 4 gives me negative 24. So now I've got x squared plus 2x minus 24. I'm going to take that quantity and I'm going to multiply 3x times that. Guys, I don't know why sometimes the light gets, it's weird lights in here, so I'm sorry. So then we're going to multiply by distributing that 3x to all three terms. So 3x times x squared is going to give me 3x to the third. 3x times 2x is going to give me plus 6x squared. 3x times negative 24 is going to give me negative 72x. So this is the actual volume. Now we're going to compare that back to Landon's claim. And as you can see up there, Landon did make a mistake. So Landon is not correct. His last term is positive 72x. And it should be negative 72x. So you just have to explain to me mathematically. First, you have to get this correct. And by correct, I mean, is he correct or not? And then you have to tell me what his mistake was. Okay? So there's your study guide. Hopefully you guys didn't find it too terrible. And I will post this video along with the PDF for those of you that like to choose your own adventure. All right, see you tomorrow.